Paul McGuire Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Antonio, it is great talking to you today. I really love the performances you get in this movie, and I'm really excited to see people's reactions to Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson, especially in this movie.
Yeah, well, me too. I think they did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. So many of us are working from home right now during the pandemic. Did you have to do any post production on this movie from home? And if so, what challenges do you have as a filmmaker to then not be on set, not be in a studio with your team?
We made the film last year, so we avoided the problems of the pandemic kind of on production. It did get us in post production, but I will say that ultimately it was a good. We continued to work remotely, but I'm on my house where my wife and I live in Chile. We live between New York and Chile. My wife is Chilean, and we edited the first cut of the movie here. So I'm used to working at home. I like working at home. So working at home was kind of par for the course for me. And luckily it wasn't production. Production is where this thing gets really complicated.
Now, you mentioned that your wife is the editor on the movie. You co-wrote it with your brother. What are the best parts about working with family in a movie like this?
Your family is used to you driving them crazy, so it just feels sort of like it feels like just what you normally do. But no, it's great because you with this movie, it's so complicated. You really just need a partner who's going to be willing to give everything to trying to figure out this puzzle. And so it's so nice to be working with someone that knows you so well and who you know so well, and and who just gives themselves totally to the thing.
Right. What are the benefits of having a movie like this streaming on Netflix? Yes, it'll be in some theaters versus a really traditional theatrical run. And when did Netflix come in on this process?
Netflix came in when we had a script and we had some of the cast, but not the entire cast. And then from there we really moved towards production. So that was the end of 2018, going into 2019. I think that the benefit of a film like this now is obviously, Netflix is a place where everybody has access to your movie. And right now it's very hard to see movies outside of your home. So there's obviously that benefit. And I think that Netflix audiences are pretty savvy and pretty excited about seeing things that they haven't seen before. So I think in that way, a film like this that is unconventional in its structure works really well on Netflix. So I think that that's another sort of benefit of it. But it's also, this film is cinematic. So if you get the chance to see it in a movie theater, if it's in a theater near you, please go and see it in a movie theater, because it was shot on 35 millimeter. It's shot in a very cinematic way, and it's very fun to watch in a theater.
When you do have downtime, what are you streaming right now? What are you going toward for those binges?
Well, the thing my wife and I have been watching a lot of is we're excited by is The Vow on HBO. My wife and I are always fascinated by cult stories, so that one is one that we've been into recently. Yeah,
that makes sense given the preacher storylines in this movie. So that's
right.
great. Right. Well, thank you so much. It was great talking today, and